ex-husband of J-Lo puts her on blast after Jennifer Lopez claims she was never loved. Here's what J-Lo said that upset her first ex-husband. Listen.
Do you think you've truly been loved?
No.
No. And do you think you really have experienced loving someone?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
And when you can't get that love back?
What I learned, it's not that I'm not lovable. It's that they're not capable.
They can't love.
They don't have it in them. They need to appreciate the little person inside of them.
They have little
need to love
give.
Them. Yeah.
You've been in a relationship with
and they gave me what they had.
Right, but
they
it's not
gave me
enough.
all of it every time.
But it's this much. It's
all the rings, all the things I could ever want.
Right.
They tried to give me the houses, the rings, the marriage, all of it. But
they didn't love you.
They didn't.
And didn't know you.
And I didn't love myself.
Right. It's tough. This is some journey, right?
It is.
And I was thinking about your music. Most of your songs are about love. They really are.
They're all about love.
One, didn't she hand her team the love letter Ben Affleck wrote her and said, here, do something with this. Okay. Listen, get through this one. Ojani Noa, who was married to Jennifer Lopez from 1997 to 98, unleashed a fiery Instagram post on Friday, October 17th. Responding to Lopez's recent claim that she's never truly been loved by any of her former partners. 51-year-old former model didn't hold back, accusing the pop icon of infidelity and playing the victim while refusing to take accountability for her role in their failed marriage. This is in reference about the recent interview on the Howard Stern show where my ex-wife, Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, said that she'd never been loved or capable. Ha, ha, ha. Let me just say, I can't keep up with these people in their personal relationship. Stop putting us down. Stop putting me down with your victim card. The problem was not us, not me. The problem is you. You, the one who couldn't keep it in your pants. You have been loved a few times. You have been married 4 times and have had countless relationships in between. You have had good relationships. Me, for example, I was in love with you. I haven't moved out of state, leaving my job, my family, and friends behind to support you, to love you, to protect you, and care for you. I'm an amazing, loving person, a great human being, honest, faithful to you, never lied, never misbehaved, never cheated on you. Good to you. I'm too good of a man for you. But you chose fame and fortune. Moving apart from our relationship, you decided to lie, to cheat on me. And even though I stayed, I even tried to keep the marriage going and alive. You even begged me to stay because at the time, you didn't want the bad press caring more about you. This is awful. About your career. Instead of saving the marriage, and I stayed. But you went for the fast line of your career stardom, not caring about me. You wanted to continue on cheating and lying. I couldn't stay anymore and deal with the constant lying. That's why I left you. That's why I divorced you. Tell the truth for once. Let people know that you are the problem. You should be embarrassed, ashamed of yourself. For the fame and fortune, Lopez was a 27-year-old actress making a name for herself when she met Noah. He was 22. They met at Gloria Estefan's Miami restaurant where he worked as a waiter. Cuban immigrant had arrived in the U.S. illegally at 15, making the crossing from Cuba on a raft with 6 friends. Their connection was immediate. They married in a modest backyard ceremony in 1997. Noah has described himself as the pioneer who supported Lopez through her anxieties, insecurities, as her career took off, but her rising stardom eventually drove a wedge between them. He claims that after 11 months, when her career skyrocketed, he was no longer needed. In previous interviews, Noah has also pointed fingers at Sean Diddy Combs, suggesting the music mogul's involvement as a producer on Lopez's debut album created distance in their marriage. While Noah was managing a restaurant in LA, Lopez traveled between Miami and New York for recording sessions. That physical separation, combined with what he alleges was deception during that time, marked the beginning of the end. Back in 2007, Lopez won roughly $545,000 in the arbitration of a lawsuit against Noah over his plans to publish a tell-all book about her. Noah offered not to publish the book if Lopez paid him $5 million, according to Lopez's lawsuit. Normally, when I'm done with somebody in a romantic way, I'm not even thinking about you. But I mean, she said it. She didn't have to answer Howard Stern's question that way. Yes. So what say you? Because he went in. He said, "You're the problem." He kind of made her look like a narcissist.
Yeah. I mean, like at some point, most people, even like, look, love yourself, right? You always have to love yourself, but aren't we all just like trying to improve upon past relationships and who we've been and even our relationship with ourselves, right? Like that's a normal thing for people
Sure.
to reflect upon, right? You have different relationships and you grow with each one. And then eventually, you kind of get to where you're getting. I will say, I have a weird soft spot for Lo. I know
Yeah.
that she is highly problematic. She is a diva. She's not very friendly to normal people. She's way out of touch, even though she keeps trying to proclaim that she's still like from the Bronx and like whatever. I also know that her entire music career was a psyop to take down Mariah Carey, like that was ever going to happen. I also know that her career was propped up by, so many fallen Black women who she was singing as, pretending to be her. But she does and says so many ridiculous things all the time, including what she said in this interview. But when she was getting canceled so hard after her release of that weird, like, movie music video thing that she did, I don't know. It was funny, but I thought people were dogpiling a little bit. I watched that movie thing and I
Yeah,
watched the
sympathy for her.
documentary that went
Yeah.
with it. And the documentary was longer than the movie thing itself. And it wasn't good. Like none of it was good. But what jumped out to me is that she tried so
Yeah.
hard. Like this girl put everything she had into that nonsense, including so
Never
much
give
of her
up.
own money. She had to self fund that project because no one else wanted to. And even in that documentary, I think you mentioned it earlier, none of the lessons were learned. The reason why her and Ben Affleck didn't work in the first place is because she was so public and wanted all the spotlight and he did not. And so whenever they got back together, 10, 20 years later, he was like, I don't want that. And she said, fine. And what is the first thing that she does? First, she shows everyone these private love letters that he had given her against his, without his knowledge. And then she makes a documentary about their love. This man said, let's not be so public this time. And her response was, I'm going to make a documentary and self-fund it and release it to the public. Like how do you not get that? I feel like Jennifer Lopez on her best day is someone who I would want to be friends with, but we keep hearing that she is just not as nice, not as fun as she sometimes appears to be. And I don't know why she can't just be that person. And she can fake that person decently well in her movies, like The Wedding Planner. I feel like if you're an actor and you have to act as someone who is not a millionaire or billionaire, whatever she is, like, wouldn't you have like some kind of empathy for these people that you're portraying in your movies? Like, wouldn't that, help
You
you
were them.
kind of understanding? But no, at the end of the day, she once the cameras are off, she just goes back to being Lo, and it's like, come on, like she just doesn't learn. I do believe that her
Jennifer.
quest for love is genuine. I do feel bad for her, but also if I was a man, I'd be like, no.
Yeah. I think the most truthful thing she said to Howard Stern, and I'm not suggesting that, this is what she actually believes this stuff.
Mm.
I didn't love myself. I'm not sure she does love herself now. She has everything and she's gorgeous, but it feels like there's insecurity there. And who wouldn't be? Because by the way, Mariah Carey says she doesn't know you. Okay. She still doesn't know you. We've never met.